a little bit. He got 5 in just a moment.
Right, and actually we do see 4 Banelings out, but the Reaper and Marine Ball that could have been at Dimaga's front door would have done some serious work there, I feel. And it does look as though Dimaga is, or I'm sorry, lucifron is climbing his way back into the game. As you said, 2 orbital commands. You have all the mule money coming in, and a good Zergling harass coming in at the natural. Looks as though 1 SCV goes down, maybe a couple more. Looks like that's not going to happen. The Zerglings now being taken out. And
I do want
overall,
to make a point.
Yep.
That Nidus Worm was not to attack his base. It was so that he would hear it and pull his army back, because lucifron knew he could not hold his, or Dimaga knew he could not hold his ramp, and he was just going to get pushed in by those Reapers and Marines. That was a really excellent play.
Yeah, good thinking, as you said. Yeah, and that's the kind of high-level play you expect from players like this. Dimaga is known as arguably the best Zerg in Europe. I'd probably call him that, with Idra being the best Zerg out of Korea, or America, whatever you want to consider him. He is living in Korea, though, right now. And yeah, Harvester, now the Harvester advantage is in favor of the Terran, now sitting at 21 Harvesters to the Zerg's 18. And yeah, we just see Baneling speed. It is being researched, almost completed. Once this Baneling speed is done, do you think the Terran has a chance? Or, you know, do you give the game to Zerg? Do you give the game to Terran? How do you feel the game will sway?
I think Terran's in a commanding lead. Dimaga still hasn't put up his natural expansion, and you cannot play as Zerg against 2 base Terran on a single.
A failed Nidus attempt there by Dimaga. And it looks as though Banelings are going to be loaded into the Nidus room. The question is, where is that Nidus room going to go?
I love the positioning here by lucifron's Marines. There's no Nidus getting into his base anymore. He can see everything, and there is a Marine at every point.
Right, now he's actually stinging a Marine, bringing SCVs over just to kill that Nidus from as soon as possible. Great play by lucifron, and you know, right now Dimaga's got to be thinking that he has to throw that natural down, and probably a third, because there's just not a whole lot he can do. He's got to be able to out macro this Terran. He can't sit here and expect to just out harass him over and over. So I don't know, man. It's a little questionable why Dimaga has not thrown down his natural expansion yet, as you were talking about earlier. And you know, look at this wall. We have 2 barracks, 2 bunkers, 3 supply depots. This Baneling bust is not going to work, in my opinion. You know, you need a second base, you need a third base even against Terran. Zergling's coming in trying to do something here, but another barracks going down, and actually the bunker's being filled up now. So Dimaga has to come up with something very creative here, otherwise it's just not going to work out in his favor.
Yeah, he's not going to bust this wall. He morphed more Banelings, and he should not go for a bust if that's what he's thinking, because he does not have the Baneling numbers to do it all. 11 for the racks, and then extra for the barracks. He'll have like nothing left over to kill all the Marines and the Reapers.
Right, so he just needs to pretty much expand as much as possible. I think he does have good map control here against the Marines and Reapers. You know, the actual army count of lucifron is not that big. It's just the fact that all those units in the defensive position with the buildings in front make the Baneling bust basically impossible. But I think taking the high yield here may work into Dimaga's favor. He's got to just macro up. He's got to econ out, and we do see an infestation pit coming down. Still no evolution chambers. We do see 2 dropships, excuse me, medevacs coming over. They're going to be dropping in the main of the Zerg player, so Dimaga needs to be a little bit careful here. He might lose his queen, and it does look as though the drop's coming out. The queen being taken out almost immediately. No, I take it back. It was actually going to live. I'm surprised he didn't focus fire that queen and chase it down more. There it goes. And Zergling's coming back into the main, but this Marine Reaper combination is going to be very hard to stop. The Zergling's trying to get us round at the econ line of his own, and nice pick up there. Wow, great job by lucifron to just pick that up. It was so funny because I was talking about the fabled Zeppelin harass of old in Warcraft 3 in some older patches where you could pick up units and drop them, you know, at will. And now look at the Reaper harassment at the natural expansion of Dimaga. Reaper actually gets surrounded. Dimaga needs to watch his control there. Or I'm sorry, not Dimaga. lucifron needs to watch his control there. And the Reaper just up and down this cliff. That's so brutal. He needs to get some sort of sight up that cliff so his queen can sit there and actually attack in. With the medevacs healing, that's just absurd. Baneling coming in, though. Not going to do enough. 2 more Banelings coming in. Only 1 was needed. So he is going to drop a Marine now. And look at this, just 1 unit harass at the natural. That's so annoying with the 2 medevacs. And this really is one of the reasons why... Oh, wow. Queen going down. This really is why Lost Temple, most people would say it favors Terran. I actually think pretty much every player would say it favors Terran. Banshee coming out now for the Terran player as well. He's going to come in knowing that both queens are dead. GG coming out from Dimaga. Sees the Banshee. Doesn't want to play the game anymore. Saving his strength most likely for Game 2 and Game 3. So, good game. Both players. Dimaga, great Nidus Worm harass, but in the end just wasn't enough. So, any last words on Vidius?
Dimaga really, that Nidus Worm harass was great. I think it was a horrible misplay to continue to do it and pump resources and do it after he had done so much damage. When he had killed every single SCV, he shouldn't have tried to end the game there. He should have expanded twice, taken the map, put creep down, and macroed.
Alright, well, I'm excited. Game 2 coming up next.